Legendary Ball Nowhere here. Let's talk about some of my favorite guys. We're going to get into the values, the late round steals of the rookie draft. So, my first and foremost, let's get it out of the way. Brashard Smith. Now, if you've heard me say anything about anything on any platform for the last 60 days, it's been one of my favorite players in the draft is Brashard Smith. Now, he doesn't get great draft capital, so I guess we're going off the rails a little bit with the video, but this is one of my favorite guys. He lands with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a 7th round pick. We've got Kareem Hunt now on a 1-year deal. Isaiah Pacheco's on the final year of his deal. They gave an opportunity to Carson Steele. We're talking about a guy in Brashard Smith, 4.39 40, former collegiate receiver, had over 700 yards at the University of Miami. Converts to running back, goes to SMU, has 1,300 yards rushing and another 300 receiving in his first year playing running back. He goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. He could immediately fill in that Jerick McKinnon role, that pass catcher, create space, and allows their receivers to operate underneath. Really excited about that landing spot. But yes, 7th round pick. You can fade him at your own cost. He's available in the 4th round of your rookie drafts. Moving on to another day 3 pick, Orande Gadsden. Okay, so Orande Gadsden's pretty much going undrafted or in the 4th round of your rookie drafts. He gets 5th round draft capital out of Syracuse. He's a former receiver that plays tight end. Now he comes in varying weights, but consistently he's been 6'5". He's been about 240 pounds. And in 2024, he had 930 yards receiving. Highlight film is an incredible watch. The Chargers traded up into the 5th round to get him. Now you say, oh, 5th round draft capital, that's not very good. Well, they traded up to get him, and they read the market, understood the market, and they said one thing that stuck out to me was in his introductory call with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh said, you're in a chance, you got a chance to help us immediately. So Orande Gadsden is a guy that I'm extremely excited about. Now, moving on to a guy who got excellent draft capital that no one seems to be talking about. One of the biggest surprises of the draft, Pat Bryant going 74th overall to the Denver Broncos. Pat Bryant, wide receiver, formerly University of Illinois. I think he had 804 yards and 10 touchdowns in his final season with the Fighting Illini. He goes 74th overall to the Broncos. He's currently going in the 4th of rookie drafts. And guess what, guys? Sean Payton told us. He laid the blueprint out. Sean Payton told us that he reminds him of a young Michael Thomas. And the measurables are very similar. I mean, Thomas is 6'3", 215 pounds. And then Pat Bryant comes in at 6'3", 205 pounds. And they're very, very nuanced in being able to separate early in routes. So Pat Bryant, 75th overall to the Denver Broncos. That's another weapon in Bo Nix's cabinet. And Sean Payton clearly has a plan for this guy. So moving on to another guy that everyone was kind of surprised with, the Detroit Lions trade up to pick 70, and they take Isaac TeSlaa. Now, Isaac TeSlaa was a Raz freak. He's 6'4", 215 pounds. He impressed people at the Senior Bowl, and then that continued throughout the process. He ran 4.43. I believe he had a 38-inch vertical, and he flashed when given opportunities at the University of Arkansas, but no one really saw him being selected. Some people didn't believe he was the best receiver on his team. However, this guy is a guy that's going in the 3rd or 4th round. 4th round, if you're playing a league with Arkansas fans, he's going in the 3rd round. Unfortunately, like I do. And if you don't, then he's going in the 4th round. But he got top 70 draft capital, 70th overall to the Detroit Lions, which tells me that there's a plan for him. They don't plan on this guy just being a gunner or playing on special teams. So why wouldn't we pay attention to that? That's something that we need to be paying attention to. So Isaac TeSlaa, another sleeper that I have my eyes on in my rookie drafts. So going back to the running back position, we've got Bhayshul Tuten. Now, Bhayshul Tuten is getting steamed up because of the fact that he got selected to be a Liam Cohen back, a day 3 selection. He's going into Jacksonville, where it seems as though Mr. Travis Etienne's on the last year of his deal. Tank Bigsby doesn't really have the pass catching chops, and Liam Cohen has one of the most lethal screen games in the entire NFL. So Bhayshul Tuten's a guy that's going in the early 3rd round that we can get on our rosters and see a profit. I mean, throughout the process, he's been a riser because of his freakish testing at the combine. But the Jaguars, in their press conference, did note that he was a high target of theirs prior to any of the combine testing. So that's an exciting thing to hear, that they have a plan for him. The opportunity speaks for itself. So moving on to one of my favorite, personally, running backs in the draft, Devin Neal goes in the 6th round, which was surprising to a lot of people. I mean, but he doesn't have one spectacular particular skill. It's just a guy that's very solid at everything. And what the Saints have been trying to do at the running back position is find someone that can spell Alvin Kamara. Now, that is Alvin Kamara's job until Alvin Kamara decides that he wants to stop playing American tackle football. So let's not make any mistakes about it. Devin Neal is no threat to Alvin Kamara's job security. This is a threat to Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller, much more athletic, much more explosive, but he hasn't been able to stay on the field. This selection to me makes a ton of sense because Devin Neal comes in, and while he doesn't do anything incredible, he does all of the things very well. So he could walk in and be the direct handcuff to Alvin Kamara. He goes in the 6th round to the Saints. This is a guy that's available in the 3rd round. I was able to scoop him up in the 4th round the other day in a rookie draft. So really excited about that landing spot, even though he didn't get the capital. Now, moving on to another wide receiver. Tai Felton goes at the end of the 3rd round, pick 102, to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, you say, well, there's so many questions. JJ McCarthy's there. We don't know what his prognosis is as a quarterback. As much as we love the Kevin O'Connell system, we don't know how well he's going to perform in his inaugural season. I don't care. Kevin O'Connell's system has produced. Jalen Naylor last year had 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. You mean to tell me Tai Felton, one of the most dog factor off the charts receivers in this entire draft, goes to a system that could support 3 receivers? This is a clear replacement, clear upgrade to Jalen Naylor. So he's going to come in. He's going to get those targets. I mean, he's 6'2". He's 185 pounds. He's a great run after catch threat. If something happens with Jordan Addison getting suspended for the off-field issues, this is a guy that you plug and play. Maybe not a one-to-one replacement because Jordan Addison is also very good, but this is a guy that's sometimes going undrafted in 12-team leagues. I'm 9 drafts in rookie drafts, and he's gone undrafted twice. So you can get him in the 4th round. Sometimes he's a late 3rd round selection, but that's a guy that you want to have your eyes on. Last but not least, let's talk about Tahj Brooks. Tahj Brooks goes in the 6th round to the Bengals. Now, we were afraid as Chase Brown owners. I'm a proud Chase Brown owner in several dynasty leagues. We were afraid that this particular landing spot was going to give people problems because of the fact that they were going to add someone in the draft. And what the Bengals did was they just completely eschewed that until day 3 of the draft. And then they added Tahj Brooks. Now, is he going to threaten Chase Brown directly? I don't believe so. But he's got some wonderful agility marks, 4.06 in the short shuttle, 6'9", 6'9" in the 3-cone. Those are both excellent times for a running back. And he rushed for 1,500 yards in back-to-back seasons at Texas Tech. And he's a bigger back that shed a bunch of weight. He played at about 230 at Texas Tech. He goes to the combine and he's 215. And I couldn't be more excited about this guy. He's more of a threat to Zach Moss than he is to Chase Brown, but that could present itself as an opportunity. I don't expect for the Bengals to take the ball out of Chase Brown's hands, but if something were to happen, heaven forbid, we've got a guy in Tahj Brooks that is an excellent runner and has incredible lateral agility. So those are some dynasty late round targets in every single one of my drafts. I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of drafts that are kicking off or took place this weekend, and you might still be able to get these guys on the waiver wire. So I'm the legendary ball knower. This is legendary late round steals. You guys take care.